Welcome back, Patriots. Today is March 7th, 2023, year of our Lord. So, Tucker Carlson now, they got thousands and thousands of hours of tape from January 6th that Kevin McCarthy gave to Tucker Carlson to go through. Hopefully it goes out to other media. But Tucker, they scrutinized a lot of it. So a lot of it is just videotape of empty offices. But what we found out is that the January 6th committee was full of bullshit. They withheld evidence, they lied to the American people, and they sent innocent Americans to the gulags that I hope are released really soon, because any judge that gets this, that finds out that the prosecution withheld evidence to get their people convicted, normally those are thrown out, and the person is released from prison, and there's, double indemnity. I don't think you can try him again. But so Tucker Carlson shows evidence. These are headlines. You can read these articles over at the Gateway Pundit. I've watched the videos this morning. I'm pretty much caught up on all this stuff. So Tucker Carlson shows evidence that Capitol Policeman Sicknick, this is one they said, they don't talk about Ashley Babbitt being murdered and Roseanne Boylan and one or two other of the Patriots. They're saying the mob killed cops in D.C. It's just a lie. It's a total lie. Absolute flagrant lie to them. This is like communist third world government shit. I mean, it's really disgusting, folks, that our country's there. So in the video, this a policeman, Sicknick, who they said was clubbed in the head or something, is walking around healthy as a horse, and he's got a riot helmet on. He died a day or two after, and it was nothing to do with January 6th. He had a stroke or something. Could he have been stressed out and brought it on? I don't know, but it was nothing nefarious from getting beat or anything like that. So that was a lie. Tucker Carlson releases evidence showing Ray Ebbs. We've got to go in the building. Everybody's running, Fed, or yelling at him. Red hat, Oath Keeper, probably a Fed that infiltrated the Oath Keepers. I'm going to tell you, these militia groups and stuff going forward, folks, you're going to get compromised by a Fed. And if you already have a group, you're probably already compromised. And the only way you get around this is you buy a lie detector, or you hire a lie detector guy, and everybody gets hooked to the machine and ask if they're a Fed. So that's the only way you're going to know. They are good at infiltrating, so be wary of who's around you. So anyways, Ray Ebbs perjured himself in a sworn testimony. He said he had already left, apparently, by the time he made a phone call or something. And no, actually, there's a timestamp on the video. He's still there. So he lied under oath. He perjured himself. And this guy really was pushing for we've got to get in that building. And then the Jacob Chansley, the guy with the horns and the painted face, QAnon shaman, or shaman, I guess, QAnon shaman, they call him, saying he was, a troublemaker and was doing all kinds of stuff. No, on video, no, he wasn't. He's walking around with the Capitol Police or whatever in in the building, and they're trying to open doors for him and stuff, and they're saying it was a mob rule inside the Capitol. No, it wasn't. It was like people going on a tourist thing through the building and looking at the stuff. Took a few pictures and they left. Everybody was behaving. So it doesn't fit their narrative. Now, I believe those people breaking the windows and stuff should go to jail, and I think you're going to find out that they were BLM or Antifa that had infiltrated that day. It was a big sting operation. And where's the video and where's the pipe bomber? You remember there was a pipe bomber. So anyways, it's all falling apart. And I'm going to tell you, the Liz Cheney and these people on the January 6th committee are treasonous pieces of shit. And they should be arrested and put in prison and take everything they own from them. And these people that they've wrongfully put in the gulags, in the the American concentration camps. They need to be released immediately. Trump is calling for their release. He's already said he's going to pardon them all if he gets reelected. They need to be released immediately and financially compensated. Two of these young people, they brutalized so badly in prison. When they got out, they committed suicide. How do you fix that sin? But I think they need to take care of their families. And I think these people need to answer for their crimes. Liz Cheney and that whole group that was on that board. I mean, they're just American criminals. And they hid evidence, folks, because it didn't fit their narrative. Then they said another, I forget which guy, made fun that he was running away that day. Well, it ends up showing the whole video, and all of Congress was moving down the hallway, and this guy, was a Republican, I think, was the last one in line. They edited out that little bit of just him. It's really disgusting, folks. We're like living in a corrupt banana republic. Who would ever thought America would be in this state? It's disgusting. And so what are the Democrats and the Republicans saying about McCarthy, giving the evidence up so we can actually learn the truth? McConnell says it was a mistake. Mitch McConnell, folks in Kentucky, what the hell are you doing? How does this guy keep getting reelected? Seriously, is there something in the water down where you guys are or what? McConnell says it was a mistake, and my mom's side, the family's from Kentucky, Somerset, Kentucky. That's where the Fields is my mom's name, side of my family comes from. So McConnell says it was a mistake for Tucker Carlson to show January 6th footage that government fought to keep hidden. No, Mitch, what you're saying is you didn't want us to find out the truth, right? Mitch, that's what you're saying. I mean, you were pushing a false narrative. You've wrongfully imprisoned Americans, and you don't want us to know about it. That was wrong, and Mitch McConnell said. Karine Jean-Pierre, this... no comment. Reacts to January 6th footage released by Tucker Carlson. She says, I just got to laugh at this shit. I mean, no one believes this. That's, not unless you're a brain-dead zombie communist. Worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. I don't know what she's smoking, but, maybe she should pick up the Bible and start reading it. Maybe she'll see some truth that way. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Then Chuck Schumer, he just threw a hissy fit on the floor. Tell Tucker Carlson not to run a second segment of lies. This is how they spin it. The truth is a lie. Anti-free speech activist Chuck Schumer melts down on Senate floor after release of Monday's January 6 tapes. So that's that stuff. We all knew this, right, folks? But I'm just praying that these January 6 political prisoners held by the communist wrongfully, this country's under siege right now. We're an occupied country, and hopefully we can rectify it before we lose our country. The Democrats, the economy's good, inflation's in control, it's transitory. All turning out to be bullshit. You can't, figures, what do they say? Figures don't lie, but liars can figure. Okay, I used to hear that a lot in the car business. Figures don't lie, but liars can figure. Fed Chair Powell says, interest rates likely to go higher than previously anticipated, and the Dow plunged 574 points. Folks, anybody, these people that are living in a different reality than you and I that are worth millions and millions of dollars, maybe they don't feel inflation, but I don't need these stats to come out and say, oh, inflation looks like it was up a little bit. That's all bullshit. Go shop and try to live on a meager income over the last couple years and try to tell us, the working man and women in this country that inflation's not out of control. Ridiculous. This is over at the AP. Chinese Foreign Minister Qin Gang warned Tuesday that Beijing and Washington are headed for conflict and confrontation. No shit. Yeah, I see our government's preparing for war with China. I mean, it's another headline like, where are you people been? I mean, they're taking us to World War III. This foreign minister of China said if the U.S. doesn't change course, striking a combative tone at a moment when relations between the rivals are at a historic low. In his first news conference since taking office last year, Quinn's harsh language appeared to defy predictions that China might abandon its aggressive wolf warrior diplomacy in favor of more moderate rhetoric as the two countries face off over trade and technology, Taiwan, human rights, and Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Washington's China policy has entirely deviated from the rational and sound track, Quinn told journalists on the sidelines of the annual meeting of China's rubber stamp legislature when leaders lay out their economic and political priorities for the coming years. Intelligence suggests pro-Ukrainian. Oh, this is. They're changing the narrative, folks. Now that we know that Hirsch, investigative and journalist, Pulitzer Prize winner, that America blew up the pipeline, the Russia's infrastructure. Germany, I think, had a big financial stake in it as well. Starving Europe of energy, blew up the pipeline, the Nord Stream 2. So everybody knows it. So now it's finally, I don't know what took them so long, but now they need to change the narrative. No. And it's kind of still true. So the headline, I think this is over at the Washington or New York Times, one of them. Intelligence suggests pro-Ukrainian group blew up pipeline. Well, that could still be Biden and the regime, right? They're a pro-Ukrainian group. But it was Biden and the gang that blew it up. And then last thing I want to talk about is this Deepfake AI, folks, the AI stuff that's coming. Remember when we all had flip phones, not all that long ago, and, you had a cell phone, right? But then, I have my phone, but, then we got the, my phone's on the tripod right now, but then we got the smartphones that, basically the whole knowledge of the world's in our back pocket. And it happened, I don't know, a decade. I mean, it wasn't that long, 15 years, just like that. This AI is going to come quicker because it's going to teach itself. And it's absolutely terrifying. And nothing online. I don't know why people don't see this. It's so simple to, as smart as these machines are. I said I was chatting with ChatGPT, and I said, okay, question, how would you go around blockchain technology to breach security? And it within a minute gave me a paragraph of how it would do it. This is the dumbed down AI that we're talking to. So I'm telling you right now, your bank accounts, your credit cards, anything online is no longer safe. Not only is that not safe, but because of this deep fake, you are not safe. They can take your persona and have you call the bank, voice message, fingerprints. They're going to be able to figure out all this stuff and absolutely fake you, but it's going to be so real and steal you blind. And the Fed wants, the government wants us to get off of, our money, our paper money, with the founding fathers on it, and in God we trust, and go to a digital currency. Complete financial tyranny in the first place, but it's all going to be easily breached by what's coming down the pipeline. And, I was talking to a guy the other day, I met through another friend, Mopar guy, by the way. He built a Vanishing Point Challenger with a Hemi in it. It looks pretty sweet, actually, white. But anyways, I was talking to him. He was a shop teacher for years, and it just pisses me off that they took shop classes out of most of the schools because they want to dumb us down. And they, I've said this before, back in the 80s, they said, there's no future in the trades. You're going to get left behind if you don't go to college and learn computer programming. Well, that wasn't the truth at all. They wanted to dumb us down so we didn't know how to build stuff and make stuff and send us into the indoctrination camps. So you go in as a great Christian-loving American and you come out a godless commie out the other end. That's what they do to these kids. Hate America, revisionary history. But he was telling me when he left there, the replacement they got was I could tell this guy just takes pride in his class. I mean, everything took care of all the equipment. So when he left, finally retired, they replaced him with a female teacher out of state. Doesn't seem to know how to do anything. He went back in and because the kids were just left to run the equipment, most of the stuff was broken. But we started talking about this wokeness and stuff, and he was telling me it was pretty sad how over the years he started noticing more and more students, kids he knew that were committing suicide. And in my head, I already know what I would attribute it to, and he kind of brought it up. And I go, what do you think's causing that? And I said, one is I think breakdown of the nuclear family. He said, yeah, that, but he goes, the phones and the internet. And you know how it is. Some kid will sleep with a girl, and then he'll post her pictures on the internet, and she freaks out and takes her life. Imagine what they're going to be able to do with this deep fake, kids. It's going to go to another level of evil that you can't even imagine. They're going to be able to completely deep fake you, copy your voice, everything. I mean, all the AI is going to have to do is watch one of my videos, and then it'll be able to make videos of me wherever they want to place me, saying whatever they want me to say. And something that just reminded when I was going through our case with Matt DePerno, and I talked to this guy out of Washington. He said, we were talking about this staged evidence, and he goes, the reason I know it's staged is, he goes, the photographs are inside a plastic bag. And I go, well, what's that matter? And he goes, they do that. Somebody knows, because apparently with a photo, if I touched it like that, the FBI and the CIA, just from this video, can lift my print just from that photograph, from me touching it. But if you put it in plastic inside that, somehow it doesn't work. Just so you know that, for what it's worth. I guess that's about all I wanted to talk about. I'm sticking with my predictions that I made, which are, pretty gloom and doomy, that I made for 2023, my New Year's predictions for 2023, that we're heading into the greatest depression in World War III, and nothing I'm seeing is changing my mind. So on that note, I will give you a little gas station update of what I got done. This will probably be where I'll be doing videos until I will tell you guys, I like being busy, so it's nice to be doing some things, but I got a little bit of wiring I wanted to get done. If you can see, there's an outlet up there, and over there, because I'm going to have shelving that runs around here, and I want to be able to light up some globes and stuff and be able to plug stuff in, and I put those on a switch so I don't have to get up there and unplug them. And then I've got an old, I don't know how old it is, but a single, stoplight. What is it? A red, yellow, green. That's going to hang right here, and will light up and work. So I bought the insulation today for the ceiling. $200 for 3 bags of insulation. Luckily, it ain't a big building. Can't imagine what it cost to build today. They don't have these anymore, do they? This is a golf. Remember these? And you'd have the, I don't have it out here, a little spigot you'd stick in it to get a quart of oil. So anyways, tomorrow I'm going to put the insulation in the ceiling. That's my task for tomorrow. And I still have some wall insulation left from Renee's she shed. I got 2.5 rolls left, and I'll put that in the walls and then figure out how much more I need and get the wall insulation. I hate laying in, ceiling work is a bitch, because first off, my neck bothers me, and it's all ladder work. But it's not a big building, so it's not going to take me It's not going to take me too long to do this. So that's it, folks. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I hear Carrie Lake is in the top with 4 other women that Trump is considering for his partner. Carrie Lake, I like her. She's a fire-breathing dragon. Tough woman. We need tough people right now. We need good people that love America, that fear God, and want to bring trust back to our government. Bring jobs back to America. Get rid of this woke BS and revisionary shit from the communists that's just destroying our country. And they didn't start on this overnight, folks. They started on their mission to destroy this country probably the late 50s. And even the progressive movement, goes back further to, like 1913. But as far as the communist takeover of this country, I would say that started in the late 50s. Putin ain't backing down. And I see I forget what his position is in the UK, said we need to make a declaration of war against Russia. We've got to go all in right now. Do they not know that Russia's a nuclear nation and Russia's not going to give an inch? And I will tell you, Ukraine's not a NATO nation. Article 5 and all those NATO protections we agree to with our NATO allies don't apply to Ukraine. Half the country speaks frickin' Russia. Obama pulled a coup over there, and we've been meddling there, threatening more and more with Putin that it is going to become a NATO nation, and we're going to park missiles right on their lot line. And I just think Putin's had enough of the BS. And he's not going to be part of the global reset. And again, not a fan of Putin's. He's an old KGB, Stalin communist as far as I'm concerned. And no love for him or his government at all. Russian people, you are fine. I got no beef with you. And same thing with the Ukrainian people. Same thing with the Chinese people, the Iranian people, all that. It's the governments. Governments always turn evil. And our founders had chained ours in the basement, in the cellar, because you need a little bit of it to keep us out of anarchy. And the communists have been cutting one chain after another. And now even our government has become a ferocious beast. All right, guys, I'm into, and I will tell you, I'm not used to all the sunshine we've been getting lately. Can you see that thing up in the sky? Where is it? Somewhere over there. I'm ready for summer, though. I have a lot of yard work and stuff I want to get done, and but I am going to enjoy sitting here in the gas station when it's finished. I can't wait to decorate, when all the hard work's over and you can start displaying your stuff. That's the fun part. I got to keep Renee out of my man cave, though. She's got her she shed, she can decorate that. She is a good decorator, though. Maybe I will let her out here. All right, guys, I'm going to end it. Like how I said, I'm going to end it. I'm gone. I'm out of here. No, I'm actually out of here. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.